Have you ever imagined that just 3 words can completely transform the way you attract women? The secret does not lie in elaborate pickup lines or complex seduction tactics. In fact, the key to winning over that special person might be in a simple combination of words that, when used correctly, creates an instant and irresistible connection. Throughout this video, I will show you exactly how to use these 3 magic words to spark genuine interest, establish deep connections, and transform your romantic interactions. And the best part, you will realize that you already possess everything you need to start using this technique today. Language is a truly transforming tool in human relationships, especially when it comes to attraction. Each chosen word carries immense potential for communication that goes far beyond its literal meaning. When it comes to winning someone over, communication becomes a delicate and strategic art. Many men make disastrous mistakes in their approach, falling into communicative traps that push away exactly the person they would like to attract. Generic phrases, forced attempts to impress, or artificial speeches are real obstacles in building a genuine connection. Effective communication doesn't depend on elaborate resources or complex techniques. On the contrary, it resides in simplicity and authenticity. The 3 words we are going to unravel represent more than just a strategy. They are a true psychological trigger, capable of evoking instant interest. These words have the power to create an immediate sense of closeness, breaking down barriers and establishing a deep connection. They communicate something beyond the verbal. They convey intention, confidence, and real interest in the other person. When used correctly, these 3 words act as an invitation for a more intimate and meaningful interaction. This isn't a manipulative technique, but rather a genuine approach that values human connection. The essence of this communicative strategy lies in demonstrating that you are genuinely interested in the other person, not just in winning them over. It is about creating a space for dialogue where both feel valued and respected. It is important to emphasize that there is no magic formula to attract someone. However, words chosen with emotional intelligence can open doors that seemed completely closed. The key lies in sincerity, confidence, and the ability to communicate your intentions clearly and engagingly. The secret is not in being artificial or following a rehearsed script, but in developing authentic communication that reflects your true personality. Each interaction is unique, and the flexibility to adapt while maintaining your essence will be your greatest differentiator. In the next steps, we will uncover exactly how these 3 words can become your greatest ally in the art of conquest, completely transforming your approach and results in relationships. The 3 magic words, you and me, represent much more than a simple linguistic device. They carry a transformative energy capable of sparking deep and genuine connections between 2 people. When pronounced with authenticity, these words communicate a truly special interest. The expression acts as an elegant invitation for a more intimate interaction. It instantly breaks social barriers, creating a shared space where 2 people can genuinely draw closer. It is not just a rehearsed phrase or a manipulative tactic. It is direct communication that values the other. By using you and me, you demonstrate that you are genuinely interested in building a connection, not just in winning someone over. The phrase conveys a proposal for partnership where both are co-responsible for the interaction. This approach communicates emotional maturity and personal security. The magic of these words lies in their simplicity and power to establish proximity. They create a feeling of complicity, as if you are inviting the person into a shared journey. The energy conveyed is one of collaboration, respect, and authentic interest. Psychologically, you and me evokes a sense of belonging. People are naturally drawn to one another when they feel truly seen and considered. This expression acts as an emotional trigger that sparks curiosity and immediate interest. The strength of this approach lies in its clarity and intention. There is no room for ambiguity or complicated seduction games. The message is straightforward. There is a genuine interest in getting to know one another and building something together. This transparency is extremely attractive and sets you apart from traditional and superficial approaches. It is important to note that the effectiveness of these words depends entirely on your authenticity. The tone, eye contact, and energy you convey are as fundamental as the words themselves. It isn't enough to just say them. You must truly feel and believe in what you're communicating. Transformation occurs when you understand that this technique is not about manipulation, but about genuine human connection. It is an invitation to a meaningful interaction where both feel valued, respected, and truly seen. The 4 pillars of the phrase, "you and me," represent fundamental psychological elements that awaken interest and genuine connection. Each pillar functions as a strategic element in interpersonal communication, revealing emotional aspects that naturally attract people. The first pillar, interest, conveys a powerful message of true attention. When you use this expression, you show that you are not just making a generic approach, but that you really want to know that specific person. Genuine interest is emotional fuel that awakens curiosity and the desire for closeness. Respect emerges as the second fundamental pillar. By saying "you and me," you establish a dynamic of equality where the other person feels valued and considered. This approach breaks traditional patterns of conquest based on power games or attempts to impress. Respect communicates emotional maturity and a deep understanding of healthy relationships. Confidence and initiative emerge as the third and fourth pillars, representing extremely attractive characteristics. By using these words confidently, you demonstrate clarity about your intentions and a willingness to proceed. Women generally value men who know what they want and have the courage to express it, without beating around the bush or showing insecurities. The combination of these 4 elements creates a sophisticated communicative structure. It is not just about a phrase, it is about an approach that reveals emotional intelligence and the ability to establish genuine connection. Every word carries a specific energy that, when harmonized, produces an almost magnetic effect in interactions. It is vital to understand that these pillars function in an integrated manner. Interest without respect can come across as invasive. Confidence without genuineness can sound artificial. Initiative without sensitivity can be perceived as aggressive. The secret lies in balance, the ability to convey all these elements naturally and authentically. Mastery in using this approach lies in the subtlety and sincerity with which these pillars are communicated. It is not enough to mechanically pronounce the words. You must genuinely feel and believe in what is being conveyed. The energy behind the words is just as important as the words themselves. Let's detail how to apply the expression "you and me" in practice, revealing strategies that will completely transform your approach to relationships. The key is to use these words naturally, authentically, and intelligently, adapting them to different contexts and moments. When starting a conversation, the phrase can be a powerful facilitator of connection. Imagine you are in a social environment and want to get to know someone interesting. Instead of using generic pickup lines or cliché phrases, you could create a direct and engaging invitation. "You and I could discover something amazing together." This communicative approach breaks down barriers instantly, generating curiosity and interest. In the art of inviting someone out, the expression gains even more power. Replacing a vague invitation like "want to go out" with "you and I have an amazing plan for this weekend" conveys confidence and intentionality. The difference lies in the energy. You are not asking for permission. You are proposing a shared experience. In more established relationships, "you and me" serves as a reinforcement of partnership. When used to plan something or solve challenges, it demonstrates mutual commitment. For example, saying, "You and I will overcome this together" in difficult moments creates a sense of unity and mutual support. The versatility of this expression allows for creative adaptations. In a professional environment, it can signify collaboration. In a romantic context, it can represent complicity. The magic lies in the intention behind the words, not just their grammatical structure. It is important to highlight that there is no universal formula. Each interaction is unique, and authenticity will always be your biggest differentiator. The expression serves as a facilitator, but does not replace genuine connection, respect, and real interest in the other. Mastering this technique requires practice and sensitivity. Observe how people react, adjust your approach, and always stay true to yourself. Effective communication arises from sincerity, the ability to be present, and genuine interest in the other person. Transformation occurs when you realize that "you and me" is not just a phrase, but a philosophy of interaction. It is an invitation to a shared journey where 2 individuals come together not by chance, but by a conscious choice for meaningful connection. The importance of tone transcends simple pronunciation. It carries a nearly magical energy capable of completely transforming the impact of any message. When we talk about attracting someone, the way we say "you and me" can be more significant than the verbal content itself. Confidence in your voice functions as a true emotional magnet. It's not about shouting or appearing arrogant, but about conveying a subtle yet engaging confidence. The modulation of your voice should communicate genuine interest without sounding artificial or forced. It is like a delicate dance between assertiveness and vulnerability. Maintaining eye contact while saying the phrase exponentially enhances its impact. The eyes are windows to human connection, capable of communicating much more than words. When you say "you and me" while looking directly at the person, you are creating an intimate and significant moment. The intensity of your gaze should convey real interest without seeming invasive or aggressive. Body language perfectly complements tone. Your posture, gestures, and facial expressions need to align with what is being communicated. An open posture, a natural smile, and gentle movements reinforce the message of openness and connection. Breath and rhythm are also fundamental elements. Speaking slowly, with controlled breath, conveys calmness and confidence. Avoid rushing your words or appearing nervous. Calmness is an extremely attractive quality that communicates emotional maturity. Each person has a unique tone of communication. Authenticity arises when you find your own way of expressing these words, without trying to imitate others or follow rigid scripts. Individuality is the greatest differentiator in interpersonal communication. Training your tone doesn't mean creating an artificial persona. It means developing awareness of how your communication impacts others. Practice in front of a mirror, record yourself, and observe the nuances. Communicative mastery comes with sensitivity and constant practice. The true art is in making the other person feel completely engaged and significant during the interaction. It's not just about words, but about a shared experience where both feel genuinely connected and valued. Communication should be understood as a delicate tool of connection. It is essential to comprehend that using language manipulatively can lead to extremely negative consequences in relationships. When we talk about attracting someone, honesty must always be the fundamental principle. Manipulating feelings through words may seem like a tempting strategy, but it represents an absolutely destructive path. People quickly notice when there is no sincerity behind interactions. An approach grounded in lies or obscure intentions quickly unravels, creating distrust and distance. Building healthy relationships requires transparency and mutual respect. Each interaction should be grounded in truth, where both parties feel valued and understood. Pretending to be something you are not, or manipulating others' emotions, is a violation of the ethical principles of human connection. The quest for genuine relationships demands authenticity. There are no shortcuts or foolproof tricks to win someone over. True fascination arises when you present yourself honestly, showing your essence without masks or artifice. People are naturally attracted to those who convey security and sincerity. Relationships built on false foundations tend to collapse quickly. An initial lie may seem like a quick fix, but it always comes at a cost. When the truth comes to light, and it invariably will, the damage done can be irreparable, destroying any possibility of trust. Emotional intelligence reveals itself precisely in the ability to establish true connections. This means respecting the other's boundaries, communicating clearly, and maintaining an ethical stance in all interactions. A genuine approach communicates much more than words. It demonstrates character and maturity. Manipulating feelings not only harms the other, but also erodes your integrity. Each time you choose the path of dishonesty, you compromise your ability to establish meaningful relationships. Trust, once broken, is extremely difficult to restore. The true art of conquest lies in the ability to be completely truthful. This means accepting your vulnerabilities, communicating with respect, and demonstrating genuine interest in the other person, without any intention of controlling or deceiving them. The impact of these three magic words transcends isolated moments of interaction, revealing itself as a genuine philosophy of human connection. When consistently incorporated, you and me can completely transform your interpersonal relationships, creating an atmosphere of closeness and significance that goes far beyond simple superficial approaches. Consistency in using this expression generates profound transformations in people's perception of you. Gradually, you will become known as someone genuine, interested, and capable of establishing truly meaningful connections. This reputation spreads quickly, attracting not only potential romantic partners, but also building richer and more authentic personal and professional relationship networks. Internally, you will experience a substantial change in your self-confidence. By adopting a more direct and empathetic communication style, you develop a security that transcends romantic relationships. Your ability to communicate with clarity and respect will become a defining characteristic of your personality, opening doors in various aspects of life. The people around you will begin to notice this transformation. Your distinctive communicative energy will spark curiosity and admiration. It will not only be about attracting romantically, but about creating deeper and more meaningful connections in all social spheres. Experiencing this approach requires courage and a willingness to step out of your communicational comfort zone. Many initially feel apprehensive about appearing vulnerable or too direct. However, authenticity always outweighs initial fears, revealing itself as a true differentiator in human interactions. Transformation does not happen overnight. It requires practice, sensitivity, and above all, inner truth. Each interaction will be a learning experience, each conversation an opportunity to refine your communication. The journey is just as important as the result, allowing for continuous personal growth. Pay attention to reactions, be mindful of nonverbal signs, but most importantly, stay true to your essence. You and me is not a trick. It is an invitation for genuine connection. It is a strategy that transforms not only relationships, but also your perception of communication and human approach. The transformation begins with a conscious decision to embrace more authentic and meaningful communication. Having understood the power of the 3 magic words, the time has come to put into practice everything you have learned. We encourage you to try this approach, observe reactions, and refine your technique. Share your experiences. Tell how these words have impacted your interactions. Tag the channel. Share the video with friends who need this communicational turnaround. The power of transformation lies in your willingness to take risks, learn, and grow continuously in human relationships.